प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। Namaste to all. We were seeing Srimad Bhagavad Gita in that second chapter. Since Arjuna asked a typical question to Sri Bhagavan, Krishna, he don't want to give the answer directly, instead of for which he explained everything to Arjuna, saying that Arjuna, you should take the decision instead of asking me. So that was the criteria in which Bhagavan Krishna has answered that you have to fight for a 4 point of view. One is from the Paramarthika Drishti, from the ultimate level, that since all are Atma, Bhishma, Drona, all also Atma only. Atma cannot be killed. Therefore, you can fight for the right. And second one, from the point of that Arjuna, even you have to fight for the Dharmika Drishti, from the righteous manner you have to fight. Then from the empirical world, from the Laukika Drishti, he has explained in the third sense that you have to fight for the war. Why? Because as a Kshatriya, you have got this opportunity to fight against the devil thinking or the evil or the sinful act which was occurred in the Indraprastha, where Pandavas were humiliated and Draupadi was insulted, which should not happen in the history of the world. So therefore you have to fight. Now, from the fourth point, if you are not fighting, then what will happen? So that is what we are going to see. And last class, you remember, I hope, Yadrichaya I have emphasized. Then Sukhinaha Kshatriya Partha, that Nakara as of Matra, which we have seen with the Panini grammar. Today, before entering to the subject proper, I would like to give a basic introduction which will be means under which we can able to understand today concept of Bhagavad Gita. We all know in the Dharma Shastram, in the Veda too, because Vedas directly never ever prescribed about Nishida Karma or Prayashita Karma. But whereas in the Dharma Shastram, which are the guiding force to learn the Vedas, there it is clearly mentioned how people should act in this empirical world. And that was being the criteria here. When he was asked the question, giving in such a beautiful answer that if you are not participating in this world, in the war, then you will get two kind of sins. What is that? One, actually it is applicable for even any people. When we are supposed to do one duty, that is, if we are supposed to do some duty, for example, as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, we have to chant Gayatri Mantram. The Veda has prescribed. Agar Sandhya Vandanam Upasita. In the Manusmriti also it is mentioned that you have to practice Sandhya Vandanam every day. Okay, if you are practicing Sandhya Vandanam or Gayatri, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Because for which there is no any result is mentioned. There is no any phalam. But avantra phalam asti. Shankaracharya has mentioned in his Upanishad Bhashyams also. It is chitta shuddhi. It is purification of mind will come. I hope my voice is clear. So, avantra phalam one is there, that is chitta shuddhi. Okay, how to get that chitta shuddhi? If you are practicing daily Gayatri Japam, Sandhya Vandanam, or Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, in the evening or in the morning, both the Sandhya times, you will get. That is karma. That is daily karma. That is Nitya Karma Anushtanam, we call it in Sanskrit. If you are not doing, then what will happen? The Veda says, if you are not doing that work, that karma, that action, then pratyavayo na vidyate. You will get pratyavaya, one papam will be there. So papam has two set of papams, means sin. One is doing what should not be done, that is nishiddha papam. That is, for example, a sin which should not be done. For example, stealing is a sin, is a wrong action. Lying, telling lie, that's a wrong action. Harming others or killing or means himsa, doing some crucial things, or humiliating, or for that matter anything which we are insulting, that is a wrong action. In Sanskrit it is papam, in Tamil it is pavam. I don't know what to say in Malayalam. So intoxication, something, drug or something we are doing, taking drugs. Drugs means not medicine. Here drug means some narcotic things. That is a papam. Second, angry, cruelty, these things are papam. So these things comes under the nishiddha karma. Nishiddha karma means the action which are forbidden by the dharma. In the dharmika world, which we should not do, those actions are nishiddha karma. And another, if you are doing these things, what will happen? You will get some things, means you will get some uh, sin, or for that matter some heaven or hell will be there. Heaven also is a jail only for that matter. Another one is there, not doing one was supposed to do, that if they are not doing. First one is which should not be done. If you are doing that one, that is nishida karma. Please understand, எந்த செய்யக்கூடாதோ அதை செஞ்சா அது நிஷித்த கர்மாவா, எந்த செய்யணுமோ அதை செய்யாமட்டில்லைங்கனில் அது it is a akarma, means a action which should be done, but we are avoiding it. For example, I will tell you in the laukika perspective, in the worldly perspective, then you can able to understand from the higher level. For example, a person should pay tax. Yes, we have to pay the tax. If you are paying tax, government will not give a garland for you. Okay, இப்படி tax எல்லாம் pay செஞ்சு அப்ப இவருக்கு ஒரு award தரணும், ஒன்னும் கிட்டாம் பாடில்ல. Pakshi, if you are not paying, suppose you are a wealth richie, you are taking for example, a person is an actor, is a famous film star, but he is not paying any tax because he is earning crores and crores. But if he is not paying the tax, what will happen? Income tax right will come. Then what will happen? It will publicized in the newspaper and people will criticize. Now you see, If you are doing a karma which should not be done, it is nishiddha karma. A action which should not be done, which should be done, and that you are not doing it, that is comes under vihita karma, vikita akarma. Vihita akarma, which is allotted duty, but that we are skipping. For example, students supposed to go to the school and college, but they will not go. Sandhya Vandanam, Puja, all we have to perform, but some people they don't perform. Giving charity means donation, all those things. Some people they don't do. As per the Veda, when we get money, means any person for that matter, in that they have to give some charity work. Studying the scriptures is injected by the Vedas, but we are not doing, because Veda says Swadhyaya Pravatanabhyanna Pramaditavyam. We should not give up the Swadhyaya. So, in both the sense, we will get a sin, that is papam. I hope you have understood. Then only you can able to enjoy the next level sloka. From 33rd sloka to 34th sloka, Krishna is going to emphasize that, of course, last class we have seen, but in general I have taken, but we have not gone in depth why, on what perspective. Shankara has given one commentary, one word. Yasmat evam yat shuddham idam tasmat sukinaha evam tat labhante. Like that one word comes. Anyway, so here 33rd sloka, atachetmam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tata swadharma kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. Because one person asked me specifically, Maharaj, it is mentioned papam. What sort of papam? Why he will not go to Swarga? Because he is a Kshatriya. Of course, I never expected this question from a ordinary person. Even he don't know that much Sanskrit, but he put such a question, but I salute to him. Tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitvam papam avapsyasi. If you are not doing this fighting, because as a Kshatriya he is supposed to fight. If you are not fighting, then what will happen? You will get papam. And his question was, he is a Kshatriya, he can fight or not fight, that is his own decision. How can you get papam if you want? So I have to justify it. So akarane pratyavayah. If you are doing the work, you will not get honored. But if you are not doing, then you will be not rewarded, but you will be getting some papam. So Krishna is telling, it is your swadharma. If you are not following your swadharma, in the case of Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya, you are supposed to fight. But if you are not fighting, then you will missing a swargam. You will get not only you are not going to get swargam. On the other hand, you are going to get papam also. So I thought to explain this, then we will move further. Then the 34th sloka, again Krishna is mentioning, as I mentioned in the just 3-4 minutes before, akarane pratyavayam. If you are doing the work which is allotted to you, you will get not rewarded. But if you are not doing, then you will get pratyavaya papam. The same concept is extended here. 34th sloka, akirtim chati bhutani katayishyanti te vyaya sambhavitasya cha kirtim maranadhari richate. Here akirtim means apashyah, means which is not in your capacity, which is not by it is out of your capacity, but even though you have to fight. Cha akirtim cha api bhutani. Here bhutani means not only manushyas, for all the beings. Katayishyanti, they all speak ill about you. Hey Arjuna, if you are not fighting, then people will criticize you.
കേൾക്കാനുണ്ടോ? ഇവിടേക്ക് കേൾക്കണില്ലല്ലോ.
Okay, Ketama?
കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല.
You are not able to listen here? My mic is on only. So he is telling, on the other hand, people will criticize Arjuna. Why people will criticize? This is the biggest thing. Why means Arjuna is not an ordinary soul. Even I will explain in one small words. Suppose you just think a famous person who is well known in the world, entire world. I am not mentioning any name. Just you yourself imagine whichever person in your mind you are thinking. He is a famous person. Suppose that famous person commit a sin, then what will happen? Immediately that will be published in the newspaper, and that day evening art stuck, the main news is he has done this mistake. You see, he might done without his any intention or by mistake. Okay, it's also because after all he is also a human being. Mistake is common for entire humanity. But whereas when we are doing such things, hope my voice is not clear, huh? Sailajama is calling me. Okay, anyway, now I think my voice is clear. Yes. So, one minute. No, this has gone. Okay. So I was telling about Arjuna's question and for Krishna which he has answered, and last class we have explained about that papam avapsyasi, 32nd sloka or 33rd sloka, so for which Arjuna asked and Krishna has answered in such a way in 4 point of view, that is from the Paramarthika Drishti, Atma cannot be killed, and second Dharmika Drishti, then from the third one is Laukika Drishti. In the Laukika Drishti only he has explained that you have to fight for the right, and there comes the crucial thing. If you are fighting, you will not get anything, but if you are not fighting, then you will not go to Swarga api, and you will more than that, you will get a criticism by the thing, and you will get papam avapsyasi. So there only I have stopped it. So here Krishna is explaining in such a way that it is by nature you got this virtue and you can fight for this. Since that person asked this question, I have answered. And today context is from the Laukika Drishti. Means in the mundane world also people will criticize, because Arjuna, you are not an ordinary citizen. You have fought with Lord Mahadeva, because for getting the Pashupadastram, Arjuna fought with Lord Mahadeva, and such a person you are. And second one is, you yourself told that yes, I will fight with this Kauravas, and after gathering in the Kurukshetra war, after that if you are telling that no, I will not fight, then people will think, of course Arjuna's standpoint is that I should not fight for against my guru and acharyas, so therefore I am little I face little tranquility, means I am not able to be in the balanced state. But people will not able to understand that point of view, and they will think in another way that Arjuna is becoming a not a valor at all. He is not a good Kshatriya. So therefore, people will criticize you, and that will become a kirti. And I was explaining this. Suppose if a person who is very well-versed person in the world, suppose a famous person, if he is not paying his tax or if he is committed any mistake, then immediately That day, if you see his name will be published in the paper, news channel, everywhere. Then what will happen? People will criticize. He might done many good things, but doing one small mistake, he will become a criticized person in front of the public. So getting the name and fame is one, and if that name and fame has to be continued, for that sake many people just blindly they will follow the virtue. It is even now it is there. Some of my one things also, peoples also, they told, Swamiji, I will not go to such function. Then I asked why. No, no, if I go, no, they will criticize. So I don't want to go. You see, mistakes are common, but that mistakes we have to commit and we have to omit it. If you are not able to omit it, and if you are continuing in your mentality, that itself carries a like a maranam. That's why Krishna says maranadhari richati. It is equivalent to death. That's why Swami Vivekananda also said, face the brutes, fear. If you are having fear, that fear is equivalent to death. Strength is life, weakness is death. If you are feeling that I am weak, then the equivalent of weakness will become a mrityu. It becomes like a martya janma. So here Bhagavan also telling the same thing. Maranadhari richati. It is equivalent to a death, Arjuna. So you have become a well famous person. If you commit this mistake, then people will criticize, and that in fame, that things will become equivalent to your death. And that is the context of 34th sloka. Then comes the 35th sloka. Bayadranat uparatam mamsyante tvam maharathaha tesham chatvam bhagumato bhutva yasyasi laghavam. Bayadranat uparatam mamsyante tvam maharathaha. You are a maharatha. Arjuna, you are not a normal person. You are a maharatha. Already I have mentioned in my first chapter who is a maharatha, what is meant by ardharatha, all those things. So I am not going to tell all those things. Here the important word is, Arjuna, if you are due to fear, bhayat, out of fear, if you are not fighting for this war in the battlefield, it is like mamsyante. Mamsyante means chintita yanti. It is thinkable. It has to be highly thinkable, because without thinking, Arjuna is doing. In the Laukika world also, no, if something happened to somebody, then we will be in the tense, the tension. Out of tension, what will happen? We don't know what to do, and our buddhi will stop immediately. So we will become just like a statue. So Krishna is telling from that point of view, hey Arjuna, I think you become a stand still. I think your buddhi is not working. Chintayanti, you have to think of, you please consider. Tvam, ye, Arjuna, you are, because you are a maharatha. You are such a maharatha, and now you are telling that I will not fight. Tataivam tvam api bahumatah pujita bhavah. Of course, I understood. You are with such a highly streamed person, and you are with bhava that I have to worship my grandfather and acharyas. Therefore, you are telling. But if you are not fighting, what will happen? People will criticize, and the worldly people, even if you are fighting and dying in the war, if you die, people will say, yes, Arjuna, what a beautiful warrior. Even for the right, establishing the dharma, he fought for the right, and he fought against his own Bhishmacharya, and finally establish the dharma. But whereas now if you are not fighting and running away, then people will say, ayyo, he Arjunana, waste, he is a pedi, he has just ran away, like that will say. So that such a thing should not come to you, Arjuna. So now in the 36th sloka, Bhagavan is explaining further why you should fight for the in the war. 36th sloka. Avachya vadhamscha bahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nindante tava samartyam tato dukkha taramnu kim. Your enemies will insult you, because Arjuna got many enemies also. The more and more a person facing means working in the society, they will get more good friends also, bad friends also. Since Arjuna got so much name and fame, he got many enemies too. So because of this, no, these people, enemies will be opposite peoples, they will be waiting. If suppose Arjuna is telling, no, I will not fight in the war, then what will happen? The peoples will start criticizing. Yes, I know this Arjuna, he will not fight because he is actually a not good warrior, like that they will criticize. So avanscha vadamscha bagun, and they say, and that is what happening even now in the society. When you are working for a good causes, people will not say anything. But if you are not doing anything, or if you are not accepting anything, then they will say, ah, yes, I know that Swami. Even for Swamis also the same thing will happen. So they will say so many other things. And the point is backbiting, that in means in Malayalam, I don't know what to say that. Backbiting means front they will not talk anything, but in the back, no, they will criticize. Yes, I know this person is not that much one. And that dukkha taram, that will come, that dukkha, that pain will come to you. So Krishna is telling from the worldly point of view, because it is not now in the Kali Yuga. Even during the Krishna time also same thing was there. Avascha vadamscha bagun vadishyanti tavahitaha. They all give such a slanderous words, and they will give so much painful words on you, and they simply criticize. So it is not only for Arjuna, even for any people for that matter. When we are going in the spiritual life, no, first thing is the society will say, why this spirituality is all? Are why you are listening all those things? That is all not good. Many people, even my own students, when I was taking Bhagavad Gita, many parents they were telling, in the Bhagavani, even the you are going to Bhagavad Gita class after 60 only Bhagavad Gita has to be read, because Bhagavad Gita is occurred in the war and we should not read. Are who said these things? Where is the Shastra Pramanam? Without any Shastra Pramanam, they say that Bhagavad Gita should not be read by the students, because it is Krishna has taught, and second one is it was in the Yuddha Bhumi. If it is in the battlefield, what? Why should not we read? Parikshit Bhagavatam occurred in the Naimisharanyam Kshetram, because he was facing the death. You see, Parasara Maharishi, he was facing, criticized by the society. Devi Mahatmyam in the Durga Saptashati, which where it comes when the Vaishya and the Raja lost their property, they were going inside the forest. There they met a rishi and they were asking the rishi to give some solution, and there only these people. So when there is a dukkham, when there is a means sort of vairagyam, viraktaha comes only, there comes the beautiful Shastra. That is how the Shastra beautifully in the Puranas also it has come. The Brahmanda Puranam, or in for that matter Bhagavad Gita, or any Upanishads. That's why those times people used to go to the forest and meditate, and nowadays we don't have forest, so we started online. That is all the thing. So People will criticize, that is another thing, but they will give ill fame, they will collapse your fame. So therefore, Arjuna, you please fight for this, to avoid those things. Best thing is to avoid these things all, you fight for the war. And fight for the war means here Swamiji, Arjuna, Krishna is telling to fight, so we have to fight. We should not fight, we have to do our work, duty. And 37th standpoint also same thing is same, means in the point of same, you have to fight for the worldly things. People will get criticized, means people will criticize your fame, so there you have to fight. Hato va prapsasi swargam jitva va mokshase mahim tasmaduttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nischaya. Here Bhagavan is telling, hey Arjuna, you have to fight, get up first of all, because so far he was sitting. I hope you are remembering in the first chapter, last verse how it comes, he collapsed and he got down from the ratham, senayor ubhayor madhye stapayitva rathottamam, he told. So therefore Krishna has taken the chariot in between the two Kauravas and the Pandavas madhye, in the midst of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, he has established the ratham. After that, what happened? Arjuna got collapsed and he got down from the chariot and he has given up his gandivam. Gandivam samsate astat vakchaiva paridaghyate. I hope you remember those slokas. So he got down and he has given up his gandivam. Gandivam means that bow which he was holding. And because of the haripulation, he just started running away. Then Krishna told, Are Arjuna, where you are going? No, I don't want to fight. Then only Shishyastegam Shadimam Tvam Prapannaha. So then Arjuna asked Krishna, you please teach me. And up to second chapter, 37th sloka, Arjuna is out of the chariot and he is kneeled down in front of the Lord and he is asking. So Krishna is emphasizing that Arjuna's condition. Hato va prapsasi swargam. If you are fighting, you will get swargam, definitely, O Arjuna, because you are a Kshatriya. And if you fight, definitely you will get moksha. If you are not fighting, if you are dying, then also you will get moksha. Because if you die in the war, killed by Bhishmacharya, just imagine, or by Dronacharya or by Karna, they will, if you Arjuna, you will die and you will go to Swargam, because in the battlefield, in the Dharma Shastram, it is mentioned, a warrior, if he die in the battlefield, then he will go to Swargam, so you will go. Therefore, Bhagavan is telling, Tasmat Uttishta. Uttishta means what? You get up. That is why in the Suprabhadam we say, Uttishta, Uttishta, Govinda, Uttishta, Uttishta, Garudadvaja, which will be applicable for Sri Ranganatha and our Padmanabha Swami of Thiruvananthapuram, because both are sleeping. But we also, morning time, we are not getting up. That's why this Suprabhadam is coming. Uttishta, Uttishta. This sloka comes really in Valmiki Ramayanam. When Rama was sleeping, Valmiki Maharishi uttered this word. Kausalya Supraja Ramapurva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardhola Kartavyam Devamangitam Uttishta. So here Arjuna is sitting on the land, on the earth. So Krishna is telling, first you get up. This is what happened even for our students. When we are in the child, many you can able to see these things in the world. When the children are going after the summer vacation, when the school starts, generally they will weep below 5th standard. Then the parents will say, hey, you have to get up, tomorrow school is there. They will weep. Ayyo amme yam pogam pattilla, avada oru vaadhyar undu, adu nariya homework ellam tharum. Then parents will scold and they say, get up, you have to put your bag and everything, come. So there also Tasmat Uttishta. Here tasmat, why it is coming, he started in the 32nd sloka, atha means Shankaracharya in his Bhashyam beautifully he says, where the tasmat is coming, therefore he is concluding the chapter, means the topic which he has taken. So 32nd to 37th sloka is from the Laukika Drishti, Atha, that sloka started like that for your information. 33rd sloka you see, Atha, Atha means therefore. Wherefore, from the Laukika Drishti, Krishna is emphasizing, and whereas in the 37th sloka, Bhagavan is ending the topic by Tasmat. Therefore, wherefore, you have to pinpoint all the 37, 34, 35, 36, 37 slokas put together. Therefore, I am telling, Hey Kaunteya, even if you are not fighting, the Yuddha is Kritanishchaya. It is already determined by the God. So you have to fight. This is what in our place also. When we are working, when we are studying, when we are doing anything, we think that no, 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 I will not do. Even if you are not doing, the world is going to move at its own motion. So don't think that no, if you are not doing, that world will not get will stop. So then comes the crucial thing. Just imagine from the Arjuna standpoint of view. Suppose Arjuna is asking, okay, Krishna, you are emphasizing me. You are again and again telling from the philosophical view, from the Dharmika Drishti, from the Laukika Drishti, from the Paramarthika Drishti, from the Vyavaharika Drishti. All the 4 points you have mentioned, from 4 point you are establishing that you have to fight. Okay, now from the Arjuna point, we are also in the stand of Arjuna only. We are asking the Bhagavan how to fight. Fight means it is not fight literally, because Arjuna is Kshatriya and the context is in the Yuddha Kshetram, Dharma Kshetram. So he is fighting. And how we have to fight? Our fighting is not fighting. Our fight is how to work. How to work in the society. Suppose I am a student. How to work, study in the society. Suppose I am a Grihastha. How to lead my householder life in the society. Suppose I am a Vanaprastha. I am a retired person leading a pure life. Then how to work in this situation? Suppose I am a sannyasi. How to work in this society? So that was the crucial thing for which Bhagavan is going to explain from 37th sloka to almost some 6, 7 slokas up to Sthita Prajna Lakshanam. Bhagavan is going to explain this, and the first sloka is Sukha Dukke Same Krutva Labha Labhau Jaya Jayau Tato Yuddhaya Yujyasva Naivam Papamavapsyasi. Hey Arjuna, you will not get any. I told no in the beginning, 2 set of papam will come. If you are doing pratyavayam, akarane pratyavayam, if you are omitting and commissioned by any action, in both the way you will get sin. So how to escape from this sin? And Krishna is giving a beautiful, excellent presentation. Sukha dukke same krutva. Sukham. In the Sukhamano, we ask now, are you happy in that context? Sukha dukke, dukke, I need not to explain. We all know what is meant by dukkham, because we are already in dukkam. Swamiji, attending your classes, we are getting more dukkam. Sorry. So sukha dukke same krutva, krutva, kritvanta pratyantam. Kritanta, it is krit, means having done. Having done what? By balancing your sukha and dukkham. Happiness comes, sorrow comes. This both will come and go. We should not get tainted. You see, once Lord Buddha was there. Lord Buddha, in the Buddha story it comes, one mother asked, her son was died akala mrityu. A small boy, he was going inside one forest and there he was beaten by a snake and he passed away. So that time Buddha was passing there. Then that mother asked, "Oh Buddha, you are a great saint. You please give new life to my child." Then Buddha want to teach a new lesson to this society. So Buddha told, "Okay, I will give the new life to your dead son. But one condition, I will give you a small bowl, a small kinnam. In that you please bring some oil. But one condition, in this world, in which house there is no any death has occurred, in that house you please bring some oil." Then in the Amme எல்லா வீடுக்கும் அவட போய் ஒவ்வொரு வீட்டிலையும் she has asked, so amme means is anybody died in your house? They told, yes, in my appupan or my grandmother or my child, somebody, they told. So somebody died. Then this lady not able to get oil from any house. She was wandering. After some time she understood and came back to Buddha and told, "Oh, Yenda Buddhe, I am not able to get any house because every house this death has happened." Then Buddha told, "This is the literary thing, ma. No, in this world, sukham and dukkham will come and go, but we should not get tainted by these things." And another, the world is teaching. The world is also teaching. Just can you imagine? Whole day we have only night. We don't have sun at all. Sun, S-U-N, not S-O-N, sun. S-U-N, sun is not at all coming. Suryan is Bhagavan Varambatil. Adukku oru strike ayi, bantai. Because Kerala is famous for bant, no? So, bantai. So, Suryan is not at all coming. Then what will happen? We not able to see the brightness of the world at all. That's why God has given day and night. That's why God has given summer and winter, summer and rainy season. All those things, seasons are getting changed. Trees are getting new leaf and old leaves are falling. Everything is in this world getting changed. And why can't this body also, when it's getting old, we should give up? No. But instead of that, if you say, no, I will not, then that is the ridiculousness of the human nature. So Krishna says, in this world, this duality called, like in a coin, one side, if you take any 1 rupee, for example, 1 rupee coin you take, one side that government Singham is there, another side some 1 rupee it is written, or 10 rupee coin for that matter. Suppose one side is nice and another one side it is not good, means can this coin can be used for any exchange or purchasing anything? It cannot be. Both the side has to be there. Similarly in our life also, this sukham and dukkham should come and we should not get tainted by these things. And that's what Krishna is telling. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha alabho jaya jayau. Whether it is profit or loss, it comes. Sometimes now you see it is over raining, ativrishti. Next year anavrishti will be there. Rain won't be there. So whether it is raining or whether it is over raining, that depends upon the monsoon, that depends upon the srishti. We should not get tainted. That we should not say. When there is no any rain, no rain at all. That is also because Bhagavan knows all the plan. We are just a puppets. So, Sukha Dukke Same Kritva Labha Labho Jaya Jayau. Whether it is Labham, profit, or Alabham, or loss, Jayam, whether it is victory or Ajayaha. Ajay means defeat. Many people, they kept Ajay one name. That is not correct one. It is defeated. Whatever comes in our life, whether it is pleasure or pain or gain or loss or victory or defeat, we should treat it in an equal manner. Some people will, in Swami's Vivekananda, in his Sannyasi Geetam, excellently has stated in the Sannyasi Geetam, which was composed by Swami Vivekananda in the Thousand Island Park when he was in the East. So there he has said, ஒருவர் மாலை சூற்றுவார் இன்னொருவர் மாலை கயற்றுவார் புகழ்பவர் புகழப்படுபவர்கள் இகழ்பவர்கள் இகழப்படுபவர்கள். You should not tainted by these things. Say Om Tat Sat Om. O sannyasi, you should not get tainted. And this is applicable not only for sannyasi, for any person. And here also Krishna is mentioning, Arjuna as a Vyajanam is actually a symbol for ordinary citizen. So we all also should not get tainted by these things, and we should always think of the God, and that is what our prayer. We also should be balanced. Sukha, dukkha, labha, alabho, jaya, ajayo. In all those things, we should not get over pleasure or over tainted pain. With all those things, we should be balanced and keep Sharanagati to the Lord. And that is what our sincere